Moses is one of the most important prophets in Judaism, Christianity, Islam, and other Abrahamic religions. He was the leader of the Israelites who led the Israelite slaves out of Egypt. In today's video, we are going to see about the story of Moses meeting the God for the first time. Before seeing the story of him meeting the God, let's see his story. Who was Moses? Moses was born to a Hebrew family at a really bad time. The Pharaoh of Egypt has ordered every firstborn male Hebrew child to be drowned. To protect Moses, his mother sends him down the Nile in a basket, where he is ultimately noticed by Pharaoh's daughter. She adopts him as her own and raises him in Pharaoh's court. Even though he was raised as an Egyptian, in his heart, he was an Israelite. One day, Moses saw an Egyptian overseer beating an Israelite slave. That made him angry, and he killed that Egyptian overseer, which forced Moses to run away from Egypt. So Moses fled to Midian. In the land of Midian, he rescues the daughters of a high priest who gives him his daughter Zipporah as a wife. Moses lived peacefully and spent his life as a shepherd in Midian. Well, until one day. One day, while Moses was taking care of the sheep and goats of his father-in-law Jethro, the priest of Midian, he led the flock across the desert and came to Sinai, the holy mountain. There was a flame coming from the middle of a bush. It was the angel of the Lord. Moses saw that bush was on fire but wondered why it was not burning up. This is strange, he thought. Why isn't the bush burning up? I will go closer and see. So he went near the bush to check it. When the Lord saw that Moses was coming closer, he called to him from the middle of the bush and said, "Moses, Moses." Moses answered, "Yes, here I am." God said, "Do not come any closer. Take off your sandals, because you are standing on holy ground." So Moses took off his shoes. Then the Lord said to him, "I am the God of your ancestors, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob." Moses then covered his face, because he was afraid to look at God. Then the Lord said, "I have seen how cruelly my people are being treated in Egypt. I have heard them cry out to be rescued from their slave drivers. I know all about their sufferings, and so I have come down to rescue them from the Egyptians and to bring them out of Egypt to a spacious land, one which is rich and fertile, and in which the Canaanites, the Hittites, the Amorites, the Perizzites, the Hivites, and the Jebusites now live. I have indeed heard the cry of my people, and I see how the Egyptians are oppressing them. Now I am sending you to the king of Egypt so that you can lead my people out of his country." But Moses said to God, "I am nobody. How can I go to the king and bring the Israelites out of Egypt?" God answered, "I will be with you, and when you bring the people out of Egypt, you will worship me on this mountain. That will be the proof that I have sent you." But Moses replied, "When I go to the Israelites and say to them, 'The God of your ancestors sent me to you,' they will ask me, 'What is his name?' So what can I tell them?" God said, "I am who I am. You must tell them, 'The one who is called I am has sent me to you.' Tell the Israelites that I, the Lord, the God of their ancestors, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, have sent you to them. This is my name forever. This is what all future generations are to call me." Then God said that his people will listen to whatever Moses says to them, and that he must go to the leaders of Israel, to the king of Egypt, and say to him, "The Lord, the God of the Hebrews, has revealed himself to us. Now allow us to travel 3 days into the desert to offer sacrifices to the Lord, our God." But God knows that the king of Egypt will not let him go unless he is forced to do so. He told Moses that he will use his power and will punish Egypt by doing terrifying things there, and after all that, the king will let him go. He also told that he will make the Egyptians respect him, and when his people leave Egypt, he will not let them go empty-handed. This is what the God said. Every Israelite woman will go to her Egyptian neighbors and to any Egyptian woman living in her house and will ask for clothing and for gold and silver jewelry. The Israelites will put these things on their sons and daughters and carry away the wealth of the Egyptians. Then Moses asked the Lord what he should do if the Israelites did not believe him, and says that God didn't appear before him. So the Lord asked him what he was holding. Moses said that it's a walking stick. Lord told him to throw it down. So Moses threw it to the ground. It turned into a snake. After seeing that, Moses ran away from it. Then the Lord said to Moses, "Reach down and pick it up by the tail." So Moses reached down and caught it, and it became a walking stick again. Then he told Moses to do that trick to the Israelites to prove that God has appeared before him. Then God teaches him another trick if the Israelites don't believe in the first one, and if they don't believe in both. He told him to take some water from the Nile and pour it on the ground, and the water will turn into blood. But Moses told God not to send him since he is not a good speaker. Never been one. Then the Lord said to him, "Who gives man his mouth? Who makes him deaf or dumb? Who gives him sight or makes him blind? It is I, the Lord. Now, go. I will help you to speak, and I will tell you what to say." Moses still asked God not to send him to send someone else. Then the Lord became angry. He said, "What about your brother Aaron, the Levite? I know that he can speak well. In fact, he is now coming to meet you and will be glad to see you. You can speak to him and tell him what to say. I will help both of you to speak, and I will tell you both what to do. He will be your spokesman and speak to the people for you. Then you will be like God, telling him what to say. Take this walking stick with you, for with it you will perform miracles." Then Moses returns to Egypt, and the story goes on. What do you think about this story of Moses meeting God? Comment down your thoughts. Also, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to this channel. I need your full support. Tap the notification bell icon to keep getting notifications whenever I post a video or a short. Share this video to your friends and family who might be interested in this topic. I will see you all in my next video. Thanks for watching.